All right, Andy, if you could please call roll.
Mayor Paulin,
Here.
Vice Mayor Satula, Councilman Smith,
Here.
Town Manager Hicks.
Here.
All right, moving on to the approval of minutes, January 3rd town meeting minutes and January 25th work session minutes.
Mr. Mayor, I move we accept the minutes as presented.
I second.
All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? All right, the ayes have it. Moving on to reports of officers, boards, and committee permits report.
Building use and occupancy sign permits issued during the month of January 2017. Building permits, January 6th, Jamaica Dunnington, 4179 Indian Head Highway, change of occupant. January 18th, Paul Davis Restorations for Norman Palmer, 87 Mattingly Avenue, interior renovations. Use and occupancy permits, January 12th, Jamaica Dunnington, 4179 Indian Head Highway, Reach For It Agency, change of occupant. Temporary use and occupancy permits, January 19th, Larry and Michelle Hastings, 25 Mattawoman Court for a deck. No demolition permits, no grading permits, no sign permits, and no temporary sign permits.
All right, thank you. Moving on to the finance report.
January 2017 finance report. Beginning cash balance, $467,265.82. Total revenues, $305,849.69. Total expenditures, $221,647.12, with an ending cash balance of $551,468.39. Total investments, $1,036,715.93. Any questions?
Thank you, Ginger. On to town manager, code enforcement, and planning commission reports.
Town Manager's Report, January 2017. Please have your trash curbside by 7:30 a.m. on the day of your scheduled pickup. New members are still needed for the Board of Zoning Appeals, Planning Commission, Ethics Commission, Parks and Rec, and Environmental Sustainability Committee. Please contact the Town Hall if you'd like a new 95-gallon toter for recycling delivered to your home or place of business. The Urban Land Institute study, the final report is posted on the town's website. The construction debris outside the base gate, the Military Alliance Council has applied for a grant and has received a grant. I'm sorry, they haven't actually received it yet. They were awarded a grant last month. Work on the site will resume this month, weather permitting. Online bill pay will be up and running at the next billing cycle. The town's annual audit is complete. Thank you, Ginger. Public Works repaired several water main breaks along Jenkins Drive last month. Repairs to the road will take place this month, weather permitting. Just a reminder that recycling is now being picked up on Thursdays of each week. The town is applying for a Maryland Energy Administration grant as it relates to solar panels, vehicle fleet, and street lighting. And the budget process is well underway. Public hearing on the budget will take place in April. And last but not least, we have a sewer line repair that will take place along Raymond Avenue this week. Code Enforcement Report, January 2017. The town issued 8 notices of violations during the month. 1 property maintenance, 3 trash and debris, 2 vehicle violations, 1 work performed without a permit, and 1 chicken/rooster violation. The town also performed 1 rental inspection during the month. Planning Commission Report, January 2017. The Planning Commission discussed the comprehensive plan and set a date to hold a public hearing for the Siri Group zoning map amendment. That zoning map amendment public hearing will take place on February the 15th here, 7 p.m. at the Village Green Pavilion. Thank you, Andy.
All right, moving on to Parks and Rec and Environmental Sustainability Committee reports.
Mr. Mayor, nothing to report this month.
All righty. All right, moving on to Community Affairs.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
There's some flyers on the back counter for the new agency that just opened up that Annie was talking about. Reach For It Agency is in the building where between the Community Affairs Black Box and Hilltop Nutrition. And she was going to be here tonight, but she does not get off from her other job until about 8:30, 9 o'clock, so she couldn't be here, Miss Washington. Anyway, we have a flyer, and I put them on the back counter there. Community Activities meets on Tuesday, February 14th. Yes, there will be chocolate for everybody who attends. since it's Valentine's Day. Some of the things we're working on is our 2017 calendar of events, including our spring party and Easter egg hunt, which is on Sunday, April the 2nd. And we are also working on a Shred It Day for April the 8th, which is a Saturday, and that will be in conjunction with the annual Potomac Watershed Cleanup Day. So we're going to work on getting that here for the community to take part in, and there'll be more to follow for March and April, or actually March, and it'll be in the smoke signals, upcoming spring smoke signals. Speaking of the Easter egg party, spring party, and Easter egg hunt, on Sunday, April the 2nd from 2 to 4, it's here in the pavilion and on the grounds. It's $2 for all ages at the door. For infants under 1, they get in for free. It includes lunch, carnival and guessing games, the 4-H bunnies display, children's craft making, door prizes, and of course the Easter egg hunt. And of course we have the photos with the Easter bunny, which are an additional $1 each. We ask you to bring an Easter basket if you can, but we always have bags here for you. This is for 12 years and under, and it's a lot of fun. We had 400 plus people show up last year. Of course, our events are all run by volunteers, so in addition to our wonderful volunteers on Community Activities Committee, members and volunteers, we always are looking for help. So anyone who's game to take on a day of fun with the rest of us, please let me know. Let's see, what else? Free countywide household hazardous waste collection and recycling for 2017 runs April through December. It's the first Saturday of every month, and it starts back up on April Fool's Day, on April 1st, not the 21st like I put on the flyer that's back there. I see that, I just saw my error on that. So it is the first Saturday of the month, which is April the 1st. We are also working on, of course, our volunteer appreciation dinner is set for Thursday, April 27th. And we have the Taste of Indian Head coming up in May. Bike to Work Day will be in May also. The Lackey Band Banquet and our Memorial Day ceremony and lunch will be on Tuesday, May the 30th. And we do that in conjunction with the American Legion, the military from the base, and also the kids from the chorus at Indian Head Elementary School. So other than that, that's all I have. Anybody have any questions? Questions? Nope. Awesome. Thank you.
Sounds good. Thank you. All right, moving on to Bureau of Fire Prevention report.
Good evening, Mayor, Town Council, citizens. It's been a long day. My apologies for being late. Just real quick, for the month of January, 38 EMS responses, 25 fire responses, 9 were within the town limits, 16 were mutual aid responses to other areas in Charles County, and a couple to Prince George's County. We tracked 175 hours of training through departmental drills, formal education at the training center in La Plata, and other avenues. For 2016, we had a total of 297 fire responses. 136 were within the town limits. 161 were areas, again, Prince George's and surrounding counties and areas. EMS division had 437 responses. We tracked a total of 2,500 hours of training, again, through departmental drills, CPR, EMT, other formal education training. Our prevention division during 2016 had over 600 hours of fire prevention activities, which included the installation of 18 smoke alarms within the town. 2015, we had 27 smoke alarms. So we're getting the word out. We're getting them done. Makes me sleep a little bit better at night, but still, if anybody's in need of smoke alarms, please get with the fire department, or you can go by and see Karen at the town hall. Leave your information. We'll call you, make arrangements, or we can come by and install them. It's no cost for the ones that we have. And if you do have one that's battery backup and hardwired, I'm sure that we can make arrangements and take care of those for you too. Update on the ladder truck. Everything is done on our end. We had our final engineering meeting December 19th at the firehouse with the Seagrave representatives. Just an FYI, that was a $6,000 savings instead of us having to go all the way to Wisconsin sit through that meeting. What a shame. I didn't get to go to Wisconsin in December. Heart broke. But anyway, it's in line with process. Everything from what we're being told is mid to late October for delivery date. So keep our fingers crossed, hope everything goes well. Now that that has been accomplished, we're beginning our next step, which is replacement of the ambulance. It has reached its 10-year lifespan, and we're in the process now of talking to vendors, putting a package together, design, to get bids on it from 4 different vendors. And then we'll go through the process again of going through the county, getting approval, justifying our financial statements and all that good stuff. So hopefully, if all goes well, we're hoping to have that tied up around the end of September. Would be a good time frame for that. So wheels are moving. Oh, also, I don't know if you folks, I told you last time or anybody knows, our president, Rick Bowie, is now the president of the Charles County Volunteer Firemen's Association. Poor Rick. If he only knew what I knew, then he wouldn't take that job. But no, that's real good. Rick's a real good guy for that, and he's going to serve us very well. Not only Indian Head, but the entire volunteer service in Charles County. So again, if anyone has any questions or anything, please ask. I'll be here after the meeting. If you're in need of smoke alarms, again, get with me, stop by the firehouse, stop by and talk to Karen, and we're always looking for members. We're really looking for members. We're suffering during the daytime on the EMS calls because our people work during the daytime. I don't have any volunteers on shift work. So if anybody doesn't work during the day, works at night, you're interested in being an EMT or a fireman, come on by and see me and I'll point you in the right direction. If there's nothing else, thank you very much.
Chief, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
Do you guys have a schedule that you use for testing the fire hydrants as far as water pressure and availability of water?
Ryan and myself and the predecessor have kind of gone round and round with this before. We don't test the fire hydrants simply because I don't have the equipment to do it.
Understood. Understood.
And we had said something about the town doing it, and of course,
Yeah.
there's always a cost involved, and I have no idea. You know, I'm not saying the town
Well,
doesn't
with
do it.
budget cycle coming around, that may
Right.
be something that.
And I'm not saying the town doesn't do it because of the cost. It's just one of those things that may not be high priority. I mean, knock on wood, we haven't really had any issues here like we're having on base right now and some
Understood.
other places.
No, that's something that we'll address in the budget cycle.
But yeah, I'm willing to help if I can, and let me know what's going on.
All right, that's fair. Thank you.
Anybody else? Thank you very much.
On to community policing report with Officer Elliott.
Good evening, everybody. Let's see. There's a couple things I want to bring up. The first thing is when school's in session and when parents are dropping off their kids and picking up their kids, the traffic issues around Indian Head Elementary and General Smallwood, specifically Indian Head Elementary, there's a lot of traffic in there. It's just be mindful of the traffic, the kids walking to school, and even our own employees. We've had some issues with people just being impatient. So these are kids, these are lives. Just have some patience, be courteous, follow the traffic directions, and everything should be okay with that. Second thing is, of course, if you see something, say something. We've been pretty good with crime so far. And, of course, be a good neighbor. This is our community. You know, if you see something suspicious, call. Let us investigate. Let us identify and figure out what's going on. Other than that, also, lock your doors. Believe it or not, had someone leave their doors unlocked and left their work computers in their car and had their work computers taken. And she was aware that she was supposed to leave her doors locked and take our valuables out of her car, but she was in a rush. She thought she had it, left her car unlocked, left her work computer in there, and it was unfortunately taken. We're doing really, 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 really good with that. Everybody has been locking their doors. Unfortunately, being lax cost her work computer. And then, of course, now we're looking for a work computer, scanning all pawn shops and everything like that. So hopefully we can remedy that. And of course, they remotely cleared everything on it, so there's no issues with that. And the last thing, I hate saying this because I am a dog person, love dogs. But we had an incident where an owner of a dog trained the animal to be a guard dog. And unfortunately, the guard dog got out of its kennel and attacked someone that was supposed to be on the property that was purchasing a vehicle and brutally attacked him to the point where the dog was still attached after 10 minutes to the person when I arrived. And the breed doesn't really matter because it is one of those breeds that everybody gets up in arms about. But when people are training their animals to do those things, they're not pets anymore. They're not companions anymore. They're machines that do specifically what they were trained to do. And this was one of those cases. Unfortunately, I had to put the dog down. And that's why, you know, if you have a dog and you own a dog and you have a companion, because I know all of us in here have had dogs or have dogs, be a good owner, be a proper owner, and treat your dog right, and have your dog for the right reasons. I really worry about if that dog would have got loose and not found a grown adult, but found a child, because the injuries that were sustained to that gentleman went through his leg into his bone and wouldn't release after 10 minutes. Wouldn't release after being tased twice. So just a caution. And if you see animals that have owners that aren't being as good to them as they should be, call us. Let animal control take care of it. Let the dogs have a good home and a chance to be a good pet and a companion. Other than that, that's all I got. Does anybody have any questions? Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. We have a briefing by the General Smallwood Middle School Destination Imagination Team, the Little Rascals.
Hello, everyone. We are the General Smallwood Middle School's Destination Imagination Team. Our name is the Little Rascals, and we are made up of 7th and 8th graders. Let me introduce myself, Hunter Poland, and my teammates Kritika, Georgia, Sanaya, Anastasia, and Anagen. We are here today to share a very exciting project that we have been working on. Our project is called Create Our Community. Our team has competed in the Fine Arts Challenge for Destination Imaginations for years and has always done very well. This year, we decided to try something a little different. We will be participating in the Project Outreach Challenge, and we will be adding our own years of experience in fine arts to put our spin on things. The definition of Project Outreach Challenge is to find a need within the community, then come up with a solution for that need. So after researching possible needs and communities, we decided to focus on our own town of Indian Head, Maryland. The need? We all know the town has been working hard to attract businesses and fill our vacant buildings. And bringing in businesses not only makes a town look good and better, and provides services that we need, but also provides jobs for those in the community. No, Mr. Mayor, we don't have the money to open up a business, but we may have the means to make our town buildings look more appealing to businesses that do have money. Kritika, would you mind explaining our project?
Good evening. Our team came up with a wonderful idea. Our inspiration came from a town in Bushmill, Ireland, that had many businesses close up because of their economy. Buildings sat empty, and windows quickly were boarded up, and this gave their wonderful town a depressing look. Those businesses that had survived had a hard time bringing in customers because no one wanted to visit their beautiful town anymore, and new businesses didn't want to take the risk of coming into this town. So a group of artists got together to change what was happening to their town, and that is what our Destination Imagination team wants to do too. But of course, in true DI spirit, we will have a twist, and I'll tell you that in a moment. You see, just like Ireland, we want to invite local artists to paint beautiful storefronts on our boarded up windows. Now, we have a couple of artists lined up, but we encourage more to join our effort. We have asked the artists to follow a certain guideline that we give them. First, the art must look realistic, as if a passerby would be seeing inside a store. Second, we encourage a little bit of humor in our paintings, something so